Yeah. All right. Oh, hey, I ain't no professional at this year, but Black Magic's getting on my nerves right about. I consider myself to be ambassador of some sort to Black Magic, for reasons I can't explain. Okay. This I was waiting 3.5 months for this. I was 93rd on the list when I first called Pro AV. Pro AV is my first call when a product comes out, because they're willing to work with me on anything. Do you understand? They're willing to work with me on, like, say for instance, any information I want to know, they actually tell me. Like, it doesn't matter, like a lot of companies, they don't like to disclose certain things like suppliers and whatnot, where these guys tell me. They tell me, what's this, what's that, when to expect it. They're real with me, they're not a joke thing. But anyway, I use Pro AV. For some reason, Pro AV is 4th on the bottom of their list for some unknown reason. Even when this came out yesterday, even when they done the announcement for this camera, I was quite shocked that when I went on Pro AV to see if I can pre-order it immediately, they wasn't there. I went on CVP, it was there. I was like, what? But I don't like CVP because their attitude stinks. They treat me like a statistic and not a human being. Pro AV, they treat you like they're in your living room sitting with you. That's how I feel when I phone Pro AV. They're in Hemel Hempstead, England, just outside London somewhere. I've actually driven there once. It was quite cool. It was alright. I loved the drive because I knew what I was going there for. I was quite gassed up when I was getting a 4.6K Ursa Mini. I had a bad experience with CVP, so I just decided to take my money elsewhere and drive to Pro AV. And like, if this camera comes out and I'm somewhere in London, I would literally stop what I'm doing and I would drive to Hemel Hempstead and get this, like, literally, because I'm the sort of person, I don't want to wait for some delivery guy to turn up and almost not deliver my parcel or anything crazy like that. When it comes to things like this, I want that now. So Pro AV phone me now and said, we got it now, which I'm scared they might do because I don't have the correct funds at the moment, but I'm sorting that out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'll be flying down there in 2 seconds. But lucky enough, this came out, I can't remember what time they announced this last night, but Pro AV was closed. So this morning I decided I'm going to call Pro AV as soon as it hits 9 o'clock. I phoned them. The guy, I spoke a few words and the guy said, you're calling for the 6K. We just started laughing, like busting our heads. And I was the first person to call. He literally said, you're the first person to call. And like, he knew exactly what I was calling for before I even said anything. So that proves that Pro AV know who they're dealing with. They know what, they know what time it is. Do you understand? They had I luckily was able to, because I got the clip, the extended clip. That's what I call it. Everyone calls it a battery grip. I call it extended clip. I got the extended clip on pre-order. It hasn't come out yet. I'm pretty pissed off at that, but as soon as this camera's come out, I decided, okay, because I don't have the funds for it, I'll use part of that money that I got reserved for that clip and I will throw it onto this. So now I'm 6th. Imagine that I'm the first person to call, but I'm 6th in line to get it. The reason why that is because a lot of people probably do so much business with them, they emailed them, and through the email they was able to collect that. But the first one to this, the 4K one to this, I was able to get that. I was 93 when I placed my order. I didn't know I was 93. I ordered it and something told me, ask them what position you're in, and they told me you're in position 93, brother. And I was like, okay, so how much you get in a week? And it was like, oh, we get about between 3 and 7 and so I was just doing the math. I was like, okay. And like, they were proper cool. I called them about 100 times, to be honest. In 3 months, I called them about 100 times. And each time they were so cool with me. They were like, they understood what time it was, because they know that time is money. And the longer I wait for a camera that can make me money, is the greater it's going to be. I like what they've done here. I like when they do all this 3D looking, moving around sort of situation. I like how innovative their website's gotten over the years, and they keep it simple, just like their options. They keep it simple, and I think that is the main thing. This camera, I don't care about the size. This camera's smaller than the Ursa Mini I had, and it's like, when I'm holding this with the gimbal and the battery and all that stuff, it still feels lighter than the Ursa Mini without throwing it on the Ronin M, or the Ronin. And I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite pissed off that Blackmagic decided to be cheeky and released this when they knew they had this when they released this. My thing is why waste my money on buying micro four thirds lenses when you could have just said, you know what, fuck micro four thirds and just keep it EF and keep it stealth. So all the lenses we bought for all your other lenses, all your other cameras that you had EF mounts on, I wasted £700 on two micro four thirds, a Laowa 7.5 mil and the 12 mil Cine. Not Cine, the 12 mil Samyang. The 12 mil Samyang looks way doper than the warping, distorted 7.5 Laowa. I should have got the 9 mil, but I didn't know it existed, and I maybe just didn't do enough information. I was just more rushing to get a lens so I can work with this as soon as it got there. So as soon as they announced that this was on delivery, I purchased the lens. It came to my house the next day, and that's the sort of thing that Blackmagic put you through. They put you through the whole, oh, we've got to get these PL mounts and then these LP batteries, and now you got to get the other batteries because they're giving you a grip. Yes, I've had LP batteries since Canon days. I've had a lot of them since Canon days, and I've got a pack of them, and it does help to have them because I can use that on my Blackmagic 4K 7-inch display. That's cool. But if I didn't have to buy them, I wouldn't have needed all the batteries I have now for that, because half the time when I'm displaying certain things on there, I've already got it hooked up to external power source, and that's cool. But let's move on from there. We've got the 6K now, and let's talk about Davinci Resolve. I've been avoiding going to Davinci Resolve 16 because of all that beta business, and I just don't like this whole update situation. I just don't like it. I don't like deleting an update. It's just long. I can't do it. So I waited for them to stop doing that beta stuff on it. Now I've downloaded it. I've downloaded the 6K footage, and yeah, I'm just ready to show you what I've done. I've recorded this before, but the sound went out, so it was kind of, I had to stop it, and obviously I'm going to go into it. But I really like what Blackmagic's done with the website. I don't think they should have promoted this moon clip as something to do with this new camera. I watched this and I liked it, but I believe that it doesn't do the image quality any justice for the Blackmagic 4K, because there was so much magenta, there was so much if you can look in the background, it's just all bitty, grainy. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. This is another thing I'm not feeling, the 50 frames a second at 60K. If the camera does 60 frames a second at 6K, yeah, just do it. Don't do 50. I'm not a man that does 50. I stretch out and I do the calculations when it comes to slowing down and doing normal speed shots at slowed down rates and in time. I do the calculations at 60K because that's better slow motion. But for some reason they've done 50 frames a second at 6K, and I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling there's a part of a lot of these slow motion footages that allows everything to be distorted. I'm not feeling that either. Do you understand? So if you look at a lot of the shots I'm going to show you, you're going to see so much distortion when it comes to moving objects. You're going to see so much grains in remember back in the day, Blackmagic, anything that was dark in the blacks had grain. Now everything in the colors has grain and everything in the blacks doesn't. So it's almost like they've moved backwards in time. I really like the fact they've picked a black girl here, not just because I'm black, because it's harder to get good lighting for black skin. It's harder to work with black skin when it comes to filming, and that's one thing I would say is paramount to a lot of the work I do, because I work with a lot of black artists, and you know, a lot of productions I've done is with a vast range of skin tones, not excluding white skin tones, because white skin tones look amazing on camera, and that's a fact. I mean, look at this, that's amazing. Where's the lights at? I think it's all natural light, to be honest. There are a few things that I kind of pointed out on this one which is quite bad, and you will see anything that's old, like is shallow silhouette in the edits I'm about to show you. That's because this guy's face was so, I even done highlight recovery and his face was gone, mate. It was like, it was almost like you couldn't get any color out of his face. It was, I messed around with curves and it was just nuts. The nature shots, they're all good, they're all amazing. And yeah, man, but let's just get into that now. Let's get into that. I've already edited it. I was editing it and recording at the same time. It was an hour and something, and I realized the sound was gone. I think one of my mics is kind of shitty at the moment, so I'm having to do this again. So, and when I was on doing that recording, my Apple Mini turned up. They delivered it, and that's for my Axune A1 Pro. I'm in contact with those guys frequently. I used to have the I had the Hawaii phone to go with it, the Hawaii on the 10. It didn't work with the transmitter for the Pro, for the A1 Pro. And then I had the MediaPad M5 8-inch that didn't work because it's Hawaii as well. So it doesn't matter if it's Hawaii. I don't think it works. But even if it had an Android 8.0 or plus, whatever. But anyway, let's get into this. I've picked a song, I've put music behind it, but I'm gonna bring you into this. If this is the one I was talking about, you couldn't see his face. I couldn't bring it back in, but I just don't want to put you through. Let me just go back in. Let me go back into get this guy's face. Fashion. Look at that. Yeah, I understand it should have had a lens hood. Yeah, I get it. But highlight recovery still doesn't bring back this. Yeah, it still doesn't bring this back. And that's scary to me because it's like, so wait, I got to look out for the flare of the suns. And there's another scene, even, I can't listen to that shit. This one was perfect. His skin came out perfect. This one, it's almost like, as soon as it gets into the sun and it gets out of the sun, everything's cool. Do you understand? But then if you look here, that was blown out. Even with, I didn't touch the highlight recovery on this one. It was blown out. And then I put my LUTs on there. This looks good. That looked good. This, because the clouds came out amazing here. They came out amazing here. But this was still blown out. I've done highlight recovery. Parts of it was still blown out. But a lot of the clouds came back through highlight recovery. But these two, their faces and their skin was just gone. It was like after the highlight recovery, it was hard to work with getting the clouds going and then having their skin showing. So I can quickly give you an example of what I'm talking about. And I must say, see this shit here? This is perfect for video, like anyone that's doing music videos. This is why when I was on music videos, I'd done a lot of music videos once I experienced Adobe After Effects and Premiere Pro. Yeah, because that's good, because they got those channels that was just thin like this. So they're thin, you can just chop them, move them, color them, know what one's what. If you're in a car, yellow. If you're walking in the street, it's blue, whatever. You get me? You color it up, boom, boom, boom. You know what you're doing. It all looks perfect. You get me? So this is what I think this is a music video man's perfect dream. It comes like it comes like this. It comes like that. It's similar. It just makes things easier to chop up, and you don't move anything. You just chop it, move it. Cool. But do you know what? It's going to be so painful for me to go back and show you what that looks like and what the other one looks like. But you know what? Because I'm a kind person, and let me just show you, because I'm really just I'm confused at this present moment in time as to so it's that one and it's this one. Let me just create a new timeline 2, create. Let's go into timeline 2. We're in there. Are we in there already? Okay, we're in timeline 2. Let's go to okay. Let me just hit highlight recovery immediately so you can understand. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I throw a lot on it. His face is still gone. Do you understand? It's almost like lens flares. Just look. Any lot, it doesn't matter. His face is finished. There's no detail in his skin. It's just blown out. If you look at his, like, if you look at, I don't know how to fucking do that, but it's just the only thing I could do with this one is just blow him out totally, blow everyone out, and just let the sky do the talking. All this, look, it don't look nice. It just his face is finished. It's finished. It's almost like the sky is showing through his face. That's what it feels like. All the lots. Every single lot. This one's not so bad, but the sky's gone. Do you understand? And those are the things that I like to see when I'm filming. I like to see everything. There's like flaws to this footage. This is cool. Okay, if I'm gonna stick to I'm gonna stick to that one. I'm gonna try to play with the curves to try and bring back his face, or to try and bring back something so he looks presentable enough for me to. Let me blow this up so you can see what I'm talking about.
Alright, let's go for a stroll down that way.
Down that way. Aussie. She's gone. If he's in, she's gone. Well, when she's in, he's finished. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I can bring it back to where she's in, where she's easy to see. And this is what I keep this is why I mentioned before about black skin and white skin. White skin is perfect every time, because no matter what, I could still get his face back. But her face is finished now. She's not even black, but she's finished. She's gone. She's toast, so to speak. She's toast. Look, she's black. She's blacker than me, and I'm kind of black. I'm black and I'm black. I'm black, kind of black. Yeah. But what I'm saying is his face is recognizable now, but hers is finished. A bit of the sky's hair's gone, but that's not my thing. My thing isn't trying to anyway, let me go back into it. Let me bring it up and then play it back. See, she's kind of okay now, but he's finished. You can't even see his eye. His eye looks like, look, it's just as, it's crazy. But anyway, that was a poor shot. That was one of the worst shots I've seen this camera person do. Yeah, she looks perfect now. He looks gone. He looks like his head's been, it's got opacity on it. Do you understand? It looks like opacity's on his head. I get it, but I just don't understand why they would film it like that. But anyway, let me go to the next one. That's dead. This one is confused the hell out of me. Yeah, I'm gonna put highlight recovery on. No, let me not do that. Let me throw a LUT on there so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm not sure which LUT it was. I think it was this one. This was the LUT I went for. And then everything looks like, if you're someone that is not bothered about the sky, yeah, I can see. Let me undo that one. Let me come out of there. Let me see what that one say. No. See, that's cool. I like the skin tone on that one. Let me just mix it up. Let me put that one on, and put that one on. I'm pretty sure you can't do that. Okay, let me blow this up so you can see properly. I'm quite weirded out that I don't have any extra control, so I don't have to.
Yeah, thank you. Alright, let's just...
Like, his skin's perfect, her skin's perfect at this moment, and then as they go under the shade, it's cool. I get it. But my thing is details. So you see the background there where it looks like it's gonna be kind of like light showers, and then here it looks like, okay, it's white. Why is the sky white? I don't get it. But let's go back to here. Okay, let's go back to here. I'm gonna curve it. Where is it? Let me curve it. Let me curve it here. Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. You know, for the life of me, I don't know how to. For the life of me, I haven't sussed out how to drag this to left and right. But for the life of me, I don't think I'm bothered anymore. Let me just do it this way. Oh, you can't do it that way. Pissed. Okay. 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 All right. Let's for the life of me, let's just play around with this, innit? Let's just see what's happening here, because I've got the lots. I think this is a good color representation, but if you look here, he looks pale. As he goes under the shade, he looks more. He's got more color in him. I get it. That's not my problem. My problem is this here. No. Okay, this is my issue here. There's nothing going on here. Yeah, watch this. I'm gonna bring down the curves just so. What the fuck? I don't know what that's about. I'm gonna bring down the curves so you can see what I'm talking about. You see the information in the background. You see the clouds forming here. The information in the background. There was one lot that showed me all the fuck ups. Where is it? No. Okay, cool. Here we are. You see the background? You know, it's a rainy day. It's a rainy day. But if you look here, it's blue, blue, grey, 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 grey. You throw in highlight recovery. It brings some of it back. I get it. But when you start to try to throw lots on it, everyone's fucked. Look, she's fucked. He's fucked. The only place they're cool is before they go under the shade. And even at that, I'm not happy. So like even that, before they go under the shade, even that color is not good for me. You get me? Even that's not good for me. Look at that. Everything's just all messy. And that's not down to them. It's down to my preference, I think, mainly. I think it's down to the science of trying to collect all that information. See, that don't look too bad. That looks kind of nuts, but the cloud is still fucked. You get me? Look at that. It just all looks fucked. Okay, back to this. So you see what's going on here. It's all whatever it is. Do you understand? It's all whatever it is. So for now, I can just leave the lots off and just hope for the best when it comes to things like that. Just keep the lots like that, or there's so many lots that you can pick from. But I'm just not happy with how the sky is all blown out. And I know if you put that lot on there, but I'm just not happy with this lot. You know, it doesn't bring out too much color, you know, and there's no real difference. You know, what you're doing is kind of just tearing down the exposure. If I blow it up, you can see what I'm talking about. It's not a great shot, you know what I'm saying? It's not a great shot. It's not a great shot at all.
Yeah, thank you. Alright, let's.
Anyway, let's get off that. Let's go back to what I've already made, because my choice of. Let's go full screen. This is my choice of editing for. Yes, so that was it. It was me editing, just threw a bit of sound behind it. And it's nothing major. I'm gonna post up the image by itself separately so you can see my interpretation of a good tiny little vamp up from the original file. I'm not a professional, I just do this for fun. I film for fun. Well, I make money filming as well, but I do it for fun mainly. I'm not one of those geeks that goes online and just starts talking about products and stuff like that. Strictly black magic, because black magic is for us, and that's it. Go to Pro AV for most of your stuff. If you're from London, England, whatever, they deliver prompt. They got a good service and they make you feel like a human. I'm not being paid for this because I'm just a regular guy with a regular camera that shoots amazing footage. So don't subscribe. I'm not here for subscribers. And that's it. LiveTVision out. See you later.